Hello, my name is Leo. Welcome back to another episode of Hardware 3 in Black Ice as PRC. So, in previous episode we started moving the troops from the east. We still got a little bit of the scrap unit over here, which I don't know really what to do with these. I'll probably just let them sit in here. I mean, if I need to get some more manpower, I could do that quite easily by disbanding a lot of these, because there's not that much good stuff in here. Most of this is quite rubbish, actually. You know what? I am actually going to just go ahead and disband these units. I don't need them. They just take more officers that are not going to be in Frontline at any point. I could probably disband this as well. We'll probably leave the Western Army and the... Oh, right, this one should be probably reassigned under the 3rd Corps. Was it the 3rd Corps? Yes, it is the 3rd Corps. So that still requires a little bit more units in there. But that is at least going to be under the... Core, and I suppose we actually need a bit less units now, which is quite handy. Oh, and science focus, right, there we go. That started, so now we do need a tiny bit more consumer goods. We'll just put in a tiny extra there. We do need a bit more upgrades as well, since we're getting a lot of techs done, and I suppose we're also getting a lot of units upgrade and all that. Where's the Mountaineer? So it is still on its way. It'll arrive here in, I don't know, probably about a month. Maybe a bit sooner, let's say 2 weeks. In the meanwhile, we should be getting the truck and prime mover reliability in 7 days. Make that 6 now, I suppose. We'll also get some of the torpedo tech soon enough. Also, let's go ahead and assign another garrison over here. I'm going to switch this to some less good general, let's just put it that way. And we are going to get a whole lot more infantry upgraded now. Whereas militias and such. We need one more over here for Ningbo. And then there's going to be, of course, Wenju, Fuzhou, Xiamen, Shantou, Guangzhou, Beihai. And then, of course, the island. We'll get some troops there as well. Oh, there we go. We've got a unit upgraded. Oh, this one. There we go. We do not have another unit ready for this, admittedly, but probably have one. Oh, there's the warhead infusing. Is that... we can probably keep on researching that, to be fair. We want to get the basic torpedo. And, of course, the submarine torpedo probably as well. I don't know if we'll have a lot of submarines, mind you, but it might be handy to have at least a few. Although I know that the... oh, hold on a minute. That is a whole lot of units that were just upgraded. I suppose these are going to be waiting for some more troops to be... mainly a bit more of those mixed support divisions. Which, to be fair, we got some underway, but I don't know if we'll have enough. Ooh, industry advanced level 4, and there we go. We can now start researching the torpedoes. So we'll definitely get those, especially the basic torpedoes, some that I will go ahead and start researching. Do we actually need for the air-launched torpedoes? We need the naval bomber prototype level 1. And is the submarine torpedo that we need to have a level 1 as well. So we probably want to research both of those kind of as soon as possible. The industry needs to go back to the top of the list, because that is now 1936 research. So we still need to get 2 levels research before we can start getting the industrial production efficiency during peacetime. We've already gotten up to about 1100 manpower, so at least that is not an issue. Actually, what we could even do, that would be less troops on the ground right now, less descent, more industry. So let's go with the volunteer army right now. That will probably have quite an impact on the total manpower available. It does reduce it by 20 per month, but I think we can manage, because the extra IC is quite handy, and I suppose we don't need quite as much upgrades now. We do still need about another 90 in production, although I suppose as soon as we get more upgrades done, it's going to go down. How's the infantry practical? It's already 14 out of 20, so that's actually pretty decent. It's going up a lot faster than I expected. And the Mountaineer is almost in here. Then we can combine that, and we'll probably switch the leader in there. Actually, we're going to do that already. Maybe put one of the tricksters in there. And then assign this under the Mountaineer Corps. So that's going to be the full Mountaineer Corps already. Then we can just lead them in here. I mean, we just need to combine this in there, essentially. And that's about it. Just get another corps up here. Which, well, there's one unit that is already fully set up. There's a lot of the others that are not. I'm going to go ahead and put one between the ports there. I'll put probably another one over there. And maybe one over here. And the one maybe in Junan and one in Guangrao. Go ahead and upgrade these into infantry regiments as well. That's going to be at least, well, I didn't start upgrading quite all of them. The ones that still need the engineers, I did not start, but most of them I did. Through ship flotillas advanced, there we go. So we can now build transport ships. We don't really need to build them right now, but I will start researching the text to eventually get to the landing craft. Now, it will take a bit of extra stuff before we can get to that far, mainly unlocking the marines, and for that we need to get the naval research done, and that's going to take a while. But at least we can get moving along that path regardless. Speaking of which, we got the core over here now, so let's just go ahead and move the headquarters maybe out there. And one of the divisions is going to go along with the U division. That is to say, we are technically speaking in here. Oh, the infantry. Oh, it was just upgraded. Okay, I was wondering, like, why is it out of organization? But no, it makes a lot more sense now. So these are upgraded. Yeah, okay. How long until we get the strength upgrades? I believe we've started researching those already, haven't we? Yes, we have. They're going to be done during the spring, essentially. And it's already 1st of March, actually. Oh, another one of these mixed support divisions is going to be done soon enough. We are probably going to need a lot more of those mixed support divisions than anticipated, mind you. But where is the... Ah, right. That one's heading... Is that heading down south? Yeah, it's heading there. So we're just going to go assign it in here. I suppose that one's going to be a fairly decent commander. Also get some more garrisons. Because we still need quite a few of them. So how close are we with the Soviets? Can we actually go ahead and buy the production license? For the... I think just light tanks will be enough. Light tank battalions. I think we'll buy at least 2. Maybe even 3. How much do we need to pay for them? 1,000? It's a bit much, but I guess we can do that. There we go. There's only T-26s, but it's something we can get started on getting a few tanks at least, and these will be then used for a bit of breakthrough operations. Well, I say breakthrough, it's just, you know, provide a bit of extra resistance against the enemy. I was going to say stiffness, but that doesn't really meet the expectations. We can probably go with the police buildings this time around. We'll have a bit more unrest. Although, actually, how much is the unrest right now? So if we compare it... Okay, so if we had an unrest, that is going to be bad. So I think we are actually going to go with the appeasement. We'll get some more money out of it. But we won't have revolts to worry about. Oh, there we go. More small arms factories. And is that's another garrison. Let's go ahead and assign it in Ningbo. And we'll also switch this general. And there we go. Shanghai Coast Guard is now done. So we got at least the coastline somewhat guarded up to just out of Shanghai. But then it's going to be still about, I don't know, 8, 9 or 10 ports, somewhere around there, that we need to guard. So there's still a lot of garrisons needed, regardless. But it is a start also. We probably need to increase the consumer goods a decent bit again. Yeah, it did go up quite a bit. Bit of a shame, but not much I can do about it. Well, I mean, I could have chosen differently, I suppose, but I opted not to. So let's go ahead and assign the Mountaineer in here. Then we can go ahead and take the entire Mountaineer Corps. Move it in here. And we'll have 2 be in there, and the other 3 can be behind Beijing, so they can also be part of the rotating troops into Beijing if need be. Of course, the fact that we're stacking up a lot of troops over here does mean that the Japanese will probably start bringing a bit more troops to the front line as well. Ooh, there we go, light cruiser armament, so we can get the ammunition research. That's at least a little bit further, and anti-air ammunition will be done. I suppose another thing that I could be doing... I suppose we've got a lot of mixer world, that does give us a decent bit of anti-air. So we don't actually need to worry about the anti-air unit separately all that much. Oh, there we go, small warship armaments and engines, so we can get the small warship tech knowledge finally. Which means that we can start building destroyers then. We might build a few, I don't think they'll be very effective at anything, let's be honest, but at least we can start getting the practicals up. So what we can even do is we can build them. Once we get some better techs, we can retool them, which is going to take a bit less time than building new ones, but then we can at least make sure that they are somewhat capable of doing things. Now, there's some things that the ships will get upgraded automatically, But like the hull text and I think the weaponry text and all that sort of stuff, or the class upgrades essentially, will not be added in automatically. Did we upgrade all of these? No, not yet. There's still one more remaining. Actually, no, what we're going to do is we'll move it in here because that one doesn't have the artillery. And what else was it missing? I guess the anti-tank gun? Or mix support, I don't know. But the artillery is something we definitely need to get in there. And I suppose we'll just get the... We'll get anti-aircraft gun, actually. And we will go ahead and queue those up the list. So that that one can be built up fully. And there's going to be another engineer very shortly. That's going to be put in here. Push these around. That's going to be upgraded into infantry. And I suppose this could be upgraded into... We're going to get another naval infantry division, actually. So we'll have a full core of naval infantry at some point. We won't be initially doing a lot of naval infantry activities yet. But I want to have the option to then at least maybe use them in the south to clear out Indochina, and then possibly also Siam and all that. I don't know how much we'll be able to get in. Actually, that reminds me, is Siam something we can... No, it's not something we can claim. French Indochina, on the other hand, is something we can put as a war goal against the Japanese ones without fighting them. But again, there's going to be probably still a few more episodes at least before we get to that point. Because one, we can't declare the war yet, even if we wanted to. And secondly, we're not ready for a war yet either. We could buy some raw materials from the French. No, what we're going to do is we'll actually buy that from the Soviets. Not production license. Trade agreement. There we go, 6.53. So it's dropped the price once again. Not much, mind you, but a little bit. And we can get some more raw materials. Also, how is Taiwan's productions now looking like? It's almost 27 metal that we're producing in there. It could be a lot worse. Also, I suppose another thing, we probably have a bit of a lack of various strategic resources. Like manganese, that would actually be quite handy to get at least to base level. So let's go ahead and buy some manganese from the Soviets, I reckon. Yeah, Soviet Union is the only one that is, or has any available, yeah. We'll buy that one then. Also, we did get the truck and prime mover, didn't we? Let's get the motorized infantry underway. I kind of forgot about that one. We're 2 weeks late. It's not the end of the world, but it's definitely not the best situation either. And is there any other things? I suppose armored car is something we could start researching. Just having a few of those, especially for the motorized or armored units, might be quite handy actually. Just to give that a little bit extra toughness. And we still are getting over 50 manpower per month. My goodness, that is a lot. Did we... Oh yeah, we could combine these two. That can be under the 3rd Corps. So that is... It's not a full division or full corps yet. But that will probably be taking over the fighting in Tianjin. And then we'll have the other corps combine into Beijing. There's a manganese neutral. So now we can get the naval build time reduced. I think the armor build time is might be slightly better. I don't actually know. They probably won't have that much of an impact, mind you. But I suppose every little helps. Also, we've got a whole lot of these various partial infantry divisions now. Or infantry regiments ready. So I'm just going to go ahead and start sending them closer to the midpoint there. Oh, we can build interceptors. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and start building some of them already. I know that they're not going to be particularly great right now, but just getting a few of these Polycarpo I-15s. I'm going to put those to the top of the list, because these are very important to get the practicals up. And also, now that we've got that one, we can go ahead and start researching the prerequisite text of the next tier, and also reconnaissance aircraft and carrier aircraft prototype. So we'll get the prerequisite text already underway. The carrier and reconnaissance aircraft, we can wait a little bit. But at least the prerequisite text, so we can get the next level already. And that should also remove the outdated planes modifier from us. At least for a while. We might still gain it back at some point, but I'm trying to avoid it. We got the submarine text, so we can go ahead and put in some more submarine research going. So we can't actually build submarines yet. But now we can start researching the things that allow us to then get the classes research. We don't actually need all of these, actually. But we are going to do all of it regardless. We'll also get the submarine damage control. We're not going to put those to the top of the list. While we do want to have some submarines, we don't need them too badly or too desperately. And what we'll probably do... It depends if we can join the Comintern or not. It's also, well, we can't do any trade deals with them right now. I do wonder... A lot of money, actually. Ooh, rangefinder equipment is increased. There we go. I might want to continue researching that, actually. already. I mean, I believe we got the previous, yeah, the barrel and ammunition is already most of the way done. So I wonder, would the Soviets be willing to give me access at some point? Don't necessarily need it right now too much, but I want to be able to maybe later on use their port in the Black Sea. Oh, autoload of cruisers is available now. Well, that's 1945 tech to be fair, so we won't be researching that anytime soon. But we did get the armament at least there, and I suppose... No, that's about it, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Well, the light cruiser, we still need to get a lot of these techs done. Well, I suppose we are going to get actually a lot of those done. So eventually we can at least get the light cruiser research. We'll probably build at least some light cruisers, even if they're not going to be all that effective, mind you. But it's just... we can reassign some of these. That can be upgraded into another naval infantry. I suppose what we'll do is we'll get another 2 of the naval infantry divisions. So basically those... we'll probably have some headquarters, so I'm not necessarily going to build the headquarters quite yet. So there's artillery engineer, light vehicle, mix support. I don't have any recon yet, so we'll put the motorcycle recon in there. And then it's going to be the naval infantry division HQ. So we'll build 2 of these. They are going to be pretty far down the list, mind you, but at least they will be built. And how's the tank? How's that? Okay, so the first tanks are going to be completed in 30th of June. That's at least going to allow us to get some stuff for the general in here. I suppose once we get the trucks and all that, we can get the... Actually, no, we haven't got the motorized engineers or anything like that yet either. Oh, there we go, light cruiser armor thickness. Of course, we'll still need several more techs before we can start researching the first class of light cruisers, or designing them, but at least we'll have the option for it. Got a bit of low popularity right now, so how's the... Oh, it's probably Japan supporting... Oh yeah, there's a whole lot of spies in our nation. And since we're neutral, we won't be able to... Oh, that makes support... Hold on a minute, this was supposed to go for the infantry division that we got. That one. There we go. So that's now full. It's going to be another mixed support division very shortly. Ooh, well, there we go, high density alloys. So we can get the basic anti-tank ammunition now. That's probably something we do want to get, so that goes to the top. And actually, we can continue researching the... Oh yeah, we can continue researching these already. Fair enough. Might as well then, I suppose. That is a whole lot of units that are probably going to be upgraded. Also going to get at least one more full core of just regular infantry. And build up in here. So is that... Ooh, ammunition production to level 3. Very good. I guess that means we need even less IC in supply production right now. Oh, and there's the other level. Okay. So, yeah, these are still slowly catching up. They're not quite there yet. There is the mix support. So do we have any... I suppose we've got these 2. Let's assign this under the 3rd core. So that is now a... No, it's actually not a full core yet. Let's go and redeploy it in there then. At least that's one less unit that we need to worry about. And our total army size is already 205,000. So it actually hasn't grown too much, but we're not at war right now. We're at 80% of the strength, essentially, on most of the units. Oh, and there's the small caliber tank cannon and machine guns advance. We can now go ahead and start researching the medium velocity gun. That one is something we can drop for the time being, because it is kind of ahead of time. But the medium velocity gun, I suppose that is going to require for a lot of the tank unit, or yeah, the tanks in there. But we haven't got the cast armor construction yet either. So that's something that we need to wait. We got just the cruiser screws and rudder. Is the cast armor construction... That might not be being researched yet. I think that's something that we should be researching as soon as possible. Well, I suppose it's not cast armor construction. What is it again? Steel armor casting capabilities. There's the steel electro welding underway. Oh, there we go. Steel armor casting. So it's going to be reaching level 3 in 13th of June. According to our current estimates. So that's going to then unlock the possibility of this cast armor construction, which then is going to unlock the possibility for some of the tank designs. Not necessarily all of them, but at least a few should be available at that point. And that's actually going to be quite handy. So the Japanese have brought in a bit more troops in here. I think with a bit of extra planning and all that, we might be able to do some breakthrough in here initially. The problem is, like, we need to get... I think we need to get to Huludao to get rid of the Communist China defense modifier, which is pretty rough. 30% less leadership and organization regain rate is increased, but that's a very small boost in there compared to the penalty that we'd be getting from there. So we need to be able to advance relatively quickly up to Huludao at least. I don't know if it's at Huludao, if it's further along. I have vague memory that I've done this campaign before, technically speaking. Ooh, heavy anti-air detachment. For mixed support? Sure. How much does that give a boost? Okay, so it is more supply and fuel consumption. Gives more air defense, more soft attack, a lot more hard attack. Piercing attack is increased by 5. A bit air attack, and then better fort attack. Amphibious attack is reduced though, so that's kinda bad. Everything else is an increase in attack and defense, so it's definitely okay. May not be the best, so especially for the, I suppose, the mixed support for the division over here might not be all that great. Same for these two, actually, so we might have to switch that around. Ooh, there's artillery barrel and ammunition. Is that now ahead of time? No. Let's keep on researching that then. Oh, we can get the artillery barrel, or the artillery brigades underway, so I'm going to go ahead and research that one. So we can get that up to date. Oh, and there's the AFVAA weapons, so that's going to give us some air defense and air attack for our armored units. That'll be rather handy. Also, we can't upgrade these to... Oh, we can get heavy artillery in here, okay. Go ahead and get some heavy artillery for these two. Just to provide that extra strength in there. We might go ahead and queue or push these up the list, actually. That will probably give us a lot of artillery practical. Actually, how much is artillery practical per heavy artillery? Okay, it's 0.25, so those two should give us about half a point extra. Not too shabby. Now, in the meanwhile, in Europe, there's not too much happening quite yet. Well, I suspect that, I think once they get to September or something, then they'll probably be able to do the annexation of Czechoslovakia. The Germans, that is. So that's going to take a little while. But beyond that, there's not too much happening yet. Of course, it is still early years, but that doesn't really surprise me. Oh, there's the basic educated investment. Is the next level 1939? It is. We're going to drop that one, but we're going to switch to the advanced education investment then. That's going to give us a bit more leadership. So we currently have about 58 total. I think that's not accounting for the increased numbers. We'll wait for the Taser to go over it, and then we'll have a look at again. Okay, yeah, it did go up by about a point. Not too shabby, actually. Oh, and the tracks and suspension upgrades to level 2. Is that now... No, that's not ahead of time yet. We can keep on researching that then. And we've got another infantry regiment over there waiting. Do we have any... Well, I suppose that one's upgrading. Quite a bit of the things are upgrading right now. Oh, well, that's another garrison division. I'm going to put this one into Fuzhou, actually, and then we'll go ahead and switch this one to a nobody. We'll get the 4th Corps. Well, I suppose we'll bring this one back a little bit, and this is going to be the Southeast Coastal Guard. And then assign it under the army. There we go, that's going to be a little bit more garrisons in here. I think that this might be only 4 units. Ooh, there's a mountain unit training advance. Is that, how far? Okay, that's 1938, so we do want to keep on researching that one. But that is a good start. We can't get the... No, we can't get paratroopers yet. We need to get a little bit more text over there to unlock them. But that is then going to be something that we need to research to just get the light vehicles a bit on upgrades. Ooh, we're going to get another 2 mixed support regiments, or divisions rather. Ooh, and heavy cruiser armor thickness advance at the same time. So we'll go ahead and combine those. Assign this under the 3rd Corps. So now the 3rd Corps is full. So the question is, of course, what we're going to do with it. It is still under the Northern Army, actually. So we could... Oh, right, I remember now. We'll go ahead and move this one down to the headquarters of Hejian. We'll have one in Jinghai. Maybe the one that is the lowest organization. Everything else is going to go to Tianjin. And then these 2 are going to move into Beijing. We'll have a bit more troops in there. And then we've got the 2nd one, which is... let's go ahead and assign it in here. I don't know if we have anything else available yet. Upgrade-wise. Or upgrades-wise. I mean, we might have... no, not really in there. There is still the Southern Corps as well, which has not upgraded everything. Although this one we could upgrade into light infantry. That one needs to be split up in 2, and so is that one. Do we still have engineers underway then? We got at least 2. We'll probably need a lot more than that, mind you. But at least we got the 2. When do we get the upgrades done? I suppose there's a lot of upgrades that we haven't really started yet. Especially a lot of these, I'm just going to push to the top of the list. At least get started on those. And there's a bit of a lag spike there. There we go. Should be getting some more cruiser tech soon enough. That core is moving entirely. So the Northern Army is... No, it's actually not... Oh, right. We should probably switch this one to the Northern Army. So now the Northern Army is full. And then we got the first army with the motorized and the second corps, which the second corps is over there. We'll probably have another army to... Well, I suppose this is part of the Southern Army already. There's a lot of units over there that are not ready yet. But we'll need to split some troops around here so we can guard the... Especially the area around Shanghai is going to be very important. There's, of course, other areas as well that we need to be concerned about. Oh, there we go. Infantry strength increase. Huzzah! I'm not going to go and research the strength decrease. We're not going to be able to get the next level in here yet either. But that is going to start to increase the total army size quite a bit. And it does mean that the frontline units over here will at least be able to fight for a little bit longer. So it should increase it to... During warfare or wartime, it's going to be 6,000 men per infantry regiment. We'll probably get it to 9,000 later on, but right now we'll just start with what we have, and then we'll build up from there. Did right, I did switch that one. We got 2 more engineers. Is that actually... I suppose this one's going to require an engineer still, at some point. But we've got the 2 in here. I suppose we could assign it to these 2. So actually, we might not need that many engineers extra right now, now that I think of it. But this corps is mostly going to be light infantry, because the terrains that we're going to be fighting with them is going to be a lot of jungles and other things like that, so... Going for the light infantry is a sensible option. Now, we don't know how much enemies there is going to be, even. Ooh, cruiser hull shape optimization advanced. There we go. So, how much more do we need for the... There's 2 for the light cruiser and 2 for the heavy cruiser. Okay, so... Oh, we need to have the light cruiser on level 1. Oh, but we can't get... Okay, so we need to get the small ship technology first. Which, I don't know, did we push that to the top of the list? Don't think we did. I think that's a no. Okay, so let's go ahead and... raise that up the list a little bit. Yeah, small ship technology. Push that to the top. So, if we do have a look at the industry, the Japanese do have a decent bit stronger industry than we do. Because we have a lot of, well, we're not necessarily taking all that we could from our industry right now. But it's just mostly to make sure that we don't take too much other things either. Mostly like we don't... worry too much about war short. Well, technically speaking, we won't be at war right now anyway, so that doesn't make much of a difference. Let's upgrade that to light infantry, and we'll move it over there. That's 1 engineer. There's going to be 1 more at least. 2 more, actually. Okay, that's good. Do need a bit more reinforcements right now as well, which is probably going to just keep on going up and up. So how much is the army size now? It's 204,000, but it hasn't really started increasing that much yet. I suspect that day by day it's going to be going up a decent bit. It's probably going to be somewhere around 230,000 by the end of the upgrades. Or by the end of the strength upgrades, that is. Oh, what's this then? Diesel engine is ahead of time. Okay, we can go ahead and drop that one from the research queue. That will keep us good for a while. And this engine... Oh, right, I did not start... Yeah, I did not start upgrading this one yet. I guess this one could be a regular infantry, just to be on the safe side. But we probably should have it redeployed further north first, but... Oh well, you live and learn. Ah, there's the AA regiment. This is going to go for the militia in Nanjing. So that's going to get an engineer, and then there's 1 engineer for this. Okay, so yeah, the engineers do match then. I think. Reduce reinforcements now, and there's another garrison. Go ahead and assign that into Winshu. Go ahead and switch the general to someone less useful. Ooh, we're about to get a steel refinery. Is that the steel refinery in Taiwan? No, it's a steel refinery somewhere else. Regardless, it's probably going to be pretty handy for us. We can maybe then start to... Actually, no, we're not buying any metal. But we're going to sell some metal. And we will need a lot of metal over time anyway. Ooh, we've got tungsten mine online. Let's go ahead and activate that. And then we'll go ahead and invest into the next level. I suppose we could also go ahead and try to buy some more resources. What do we need? We got zinc neutral. We might want to buy another zinc just to be on the safe side. Aluminum shortage is also something we might want to fix. So let's actually buy the aluminum first. Just so we can build our interceptor slightly faster. We're going to buy from France, actually. We've been doing a bit of trade with them. There we go. And with that, we are actually out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like or subscribe if you haven't already. Also, got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.